Hello Tony lovers, this is Luis Salgado and I am bringing you the first episode of R.Evolución Latina's videos to Tony lovers. We hope that you enjoy, and this is Lin-Manuel Miranda, one of the Tony nominees as Best Actor and the creator, composer and writer of In the Heights. So I hope that you guys enjoyed and that you come back to see more of these interviews made of R.Evolución Latina, celebrating culture, celebrating art, celebrating life.
Yeah, I wrote the first draft of In the Heights not because I was getting paid a dime for it, but because I had to. It was this thing that was sort of in me, and I applied for the space. I got a theater space, and then was like, okay, I have to write the show now. And I sort of wrote about everything I know. I wrote about, you know, my family. I wrote about the neighborhood I grew up in. I wrote using the kind of music that I grew up listening to, all of those, you know, all those albums, Guerra and Rubén and Combo and Gilberto Santa Rosa, those were all, that's what I grew up listening to, and I wanted to write music that told stories as well as those songwriters tell stories, but on stage. A dreamer? I guess so. I consider myself really a bored little kid who always needed something to do. I mean, even when I would sit at home and watch TV, my parents both worked a lot, and so I was very self-entertained.
Yeah.
I always needed to be doing something. Even when I was little, I always felt like, I'm not doing anything, we gotta do something.
So how does your passion for arts begin?
Since I was little, when I was little, I wanted to be Steven Spielberg when I grew up. I wanted to create, you know, worlds, and I saw Return of the Jedi, and I used to have this young Jedi certificate on my wall, and I just, you know, I wanted to make movies. I loved being transported by movies, and I wanted to be a part of that. And the day that the posters went up, and it was one of those days where it's like, this is really happening. This isn't just like me and my friends playing. This isn't me and Tommy Kail talking in a basement somewhere. This is going to be something, and other people are going to see it, and that's really exciting.
What were the steps that you had to take to make this happen?
Well, you can't stop. I mean, you have to keep doing what it is you want to be doing. I mean, it's funny, like, my dad always wanted me to be a lawyer, and he was always like, you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to be a lawyer, and I was like, okay, and I would always say okay, but then I would go off and do whatever I wanted. So you can't stop doing what it is you're passionate about, and that will find itself in you. You know, if you have to keep doing something, you just have to keep doing it.
Right.
That's what will happen. I mean, it will choose you. You sit back and do what you want to do, and it'll.
And inside of that you want to do, what was your biggest obstacle to make it happen?
Oh, I think the biggest obstacles I had were really just it's always finding people who share it and finding collaborators, and I think I was able to write this musical because when I wrote the first draft, it was the first time I had a group of Latino friends who were the same age and who'd had the same experiences as me, and having that gave me permission to say, okay, I can write about this, and this is a valid experience to put on the stage. And I think it's about finding other people who share your goals and clinging to them for dear life, because this is hard enough. It's better when you have collaborators and other people to work with.
Yeah.
Robin De Jesus. I think, well, you know, originally I had written everything. I had written the book, music, and lyrics, and we realized that I couldn't do that, be in the show, and stay sane. And while I was writing the show, when it was just me, it was turning into an opera, because I love writing the music and lyrics so much. But we didn't really want to write an opera. We wanted a full integrated musical. So part of it is really just saying, okay, this is not my field, and finding collaborators that you can trust. And when we found Chiara, we were so lucky to find her, because I really, as soon as I met her, I felt like it was a kindred spirit, and we had the same upbringing, her in Philly, me in New York, and so that was very exciting. And you know, wearing the hats is not the hard part. Not scrambling the hats is the hard part. So you can't bring any of the writer part of your brain with you on stage. Otherwise you're ruined. And you can't sit in the audience mouthing the lines, otherwise you're not watching the show. So it's really about keeping the hats up.
You know, you were also a teacher. Let's say you see this kid daydreaming and like being probably like you were, and like in your own world, just developing something that you have no clue what's going on in his head. What would you say to that kid today?
Well, I mean, I would certainly recognize myself in the kid, but at the same time, I'm here mainly because my 8th grade English teacher told me, you're a good writer, you should try to write plays, and he sort of gave me permission to do that. So I would probably tell the kid, where's your homework? Okay.
I'm gonna give you 4 words, and you're gonna freestyle if you can with that right away. And one is composer.
Composer. I'm just trying to switch my flows up. I hit a higher note than eating Espinosa, but oh no, I stuttered and then I froze up. And okay, Mama Rose, I'm ready for my close-up.
Writer.
Writer, yeah, I'm excited, and I'm just trying not to be a rhyme biter, but no, I'm gonna keep on writing it, making up, and even if I shake it up, I know I'm earthquake it up.
Dreamer.
Dreamer, oh please believe it, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be like a star screamer, like a supernova, until the game is over, and yes, I'm rapping to you even though I'm far from sober.
Revolución Latina.
Revolución Latina, más fina, divina, hasta que mi espina se rompa. I don't know what that means,
I hope that you guys enjoy the Revolución Latina interview, and you come back next week for the next interview, which is actually going to be Andrea Burns. Andrea Burns is going to be talking about motherhood and art. So thank you for being here with us in Tony Lovers, and come back to Revolución Latina's interviews with Luis Salgado in TonyLovers.com.